Paul Nashawaty coming to you live from the show floor at KubeCon North America 2025. I'm here with Nirmata. How you doing, guys?
Great.
Yeah, great show. It's been busy. Day 3. It's a lot happening. I know we're winding down, but there's still a lot of interesting things happening.
Yeah.
Good traffic at this event. I've seen a lot of booth traffic. I've seen your booth has been really busy.
Yes.
Let's start with, what do you do?
Yeah, so at Nirmata, we are actually the creators of Kyverno, which is an open source policy engine. We donated to CNCF a few years ago, and we build our commercial offering around Kyverno. Kyverno at its core is can enforce policies in Kubernetes and cloud native environments. So at Nirmata, we focus on enabling platform engineering teams adopt Kyverno, manage policies, get visibility into what's going on in their clusters, but then accelerate remediation of those issues through automation. So that's kind of what we do at its core. And we recently announced an AI platform engineering assistant that accelerates a lot of mundane day-to-day tasks that platform engineers perform on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, policy management is very important. I mean, especially as with the acceleration of applications being developed and AI workloads being developed. It's a lot. You can roll it your own, you can do your own, but there's a lot of details there, a lot of information, and plus the time, the pure time. So it's definitely worthwhile to take advantage of an open source solution that's tested, that's proven, that works. So do you offer enterprise level support?
Yeah, so we have a few different offerings. We start with our Enterprise Kyverno offering, which exactly does that, which provides that peace of mind when you're putting open source in mission critical environments. And a lot of adoption we see is in regulated industries, financial services, high frequency trading, those kind of environments. So in those environments, to make sure that Kyverno is operating efficiently, make sure they have somebody to talk to if something goes wrong. We provide that base layer, enterprise distribution of Kyverno. And then we have other components and other tooling on top that we sell as add-ons to that package.
Very good, very good. So Brian, just while you're bringing into the conversation, what has been like with talking about prospects and customers here?
First off, just the increased number of platform engineers who are at this conference. This really is, we're seeing that huge increase in people really invested in understanding how to build platforms. We see the popularity of Kyverno rising. So even compared to past years where, you were explaining what Kyverno is, now they're showing up their Kyverno power users. They're ready to take that next step and understand what else is out there, because as the infrastructure grows, as the amount of code being pushed, because of AI-powered developers, because of the investments that are happening in infrastructure and the increase in size of that, basically policy is becoming all the more critical. And then on top of that, the amount of work that they have to do to manage that is frankly just becoming unmanageable for humans to do on relatively small teams. A lot of times platform engineers are outnumbered 20 to 1, 50 to 1, 100 to 1 by software engineers. There's just not enough man hours in the day to solve that. And that's where, in particular with this year is this introduction to AI platform engineering assistant, where we're starting to leverage AI to a business. Ritesh said, to take a lot of the mundane tasks out of their day so that they can really be focused on more strategic elements of their job, where they're building, designing platforms as opposed to answering tickets all day, remediating policy violations that come up, or even just answering simple requests, reports, compliance, security questions, stuff like that. Really ideal use cases for AI, and that's, I think there's been an incredible reception to that.
Absolutely. Accelerated workloads. We're seeing in our own research, 51% of workloads are adding AI into them, so to drive that acceleration. So I couldn't agree more. So Ritesh, three main takeaways. What do you want the audience to know from what you're doing here at that KubeCon?
So first and foremost, if you've not tried Kyverno, or if you don't have admission control in your clusters, I guess think again. Try Kyverno, use Kyverno. It's proven at scale. A lot of large organizations use it. You absolutely need admission control and policies if you're using Kubernetes at any kind of scale, and if you're building platforms on top of Kubernetes. Next, be ready for AI. Whether we like it or not, AI is being used everywhere to write code, to build applications, and look, AI generated code is not always going to be clean, right? There's going to be misconfigurations.
Yeah.
So shifting a lot of these things left is one of the things we are seeing. more and more enterprises are asking us, how can I do this earlier in the cycle? How can I do this in my CI/CD pipeline? Do you have integrations into Cursor and GitHub Copilot so that my developers know that when they generate something that doesn't comply, they can catch it right there and then.
Yeah.
So that's the other trend we are seeing. Finally, we talked about the AI platform engineering assistant. Our focus, we're going to start with our core competency, our core kind of expertise around security, governance, compliance. But we are not going to stop there. That's just the beginning. I mean, again, platform engineers do a ton of stuff. If you look at any job description out there, they need to be familiar with like 10 to 15 different tools. Like you can see a lot of them around here, whether it's GitOps, whether it's observability, whether it's storage, all kinds of stuff. We are looking at taking some of the most complex tasks that take a lot of time, like hours, days, and then enabling or accelerating those through AI, right? And that's what we're going to be focused on for the next 12 to 24 months around Kyverno, starting with Kyverno and then expanding into these other areas.
Very good. So addressing the skill gap and rapid application development is no longer a trend. It's actually, it's no longer a theory. It's a trend that's happening. It's moving forward. It's really where the market's going, and we can't ignore it. We can't be on our heels.
Absolutely.
So very good. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
Nashawaty coming to you live from the show floor at KubeCon North America 2025.